Alright, it is Wednesday, June the 23rd, 2021. Not much happening today. Got the Gilstrap promoted vlog out to, announce on my end that, the band director hire was finalized. And speaking of that, it's just still really weird to think that BTG is not the band director anymore. And that it's Gilstrap after, you know, for my 6 years with the program, my 6 years with the program, my 6 years in South Carolina, BTG was the band director the whole time. And then Sims for 3 years, and then he left, and Gilstrap came in for 3 years, and now Gilstrap is the head guy. But again, I have no doubt that Gilstrap is gonna do a good job leading the program, and looking forward to seeing what they do with it. Yeah, nothing else going on today. I wanted to mention that Brendan Malone has entered the transfer portal, and that, well wished to him, but that's just what happened when we kept shuffling that third baseman all year. But now we don't have Robinson, Heinrich, or Malone. So yep, that's going to be a point of question going into next season. But yep, all I got for today. Alright, it is Thursday, June the 24th, 2021. Not much going on right now, just taking care of some preseason stuff before content starts regularly flowing with Bandcamp next month. Wrote a ton of descriptions yesterday, just all the way back to 2013. Gonna be working on a few other things, like I might have to work on the description format. I know eventually I'm gonna have to work on redesigning the logos I literally just designed in May, because with the new director hire, we're gonna have a new logo for the band most likely, which Gilstrap has some ideas. So we'll see once that becomes finalized and done how that looks. But I got something I want to show today that kind of happened late Sunday night. That being that we got cute little Boston Terrier puppies here from Chloe. She had to give birth on us at 1 in the morning, I guess Monday morning, technically. We're going to talk about it, earlier this week, but the band director hire superseded all of that. So yeah, got cute little Boston puppies here. We might have some more on the way with Coco in the coming days. Yeah, Chloe's doing a good job taking care of them, and it's hot in this house as a result. Nice 80-degree house in June in this house. And it can't be like this until August. Kill me now. Alright, it's a new day. Hello everybody and welcome to Friday, June the 25th, 2021. Got the College World Series bracket final going on today. We got NC State Vanderbilt with NC State in the driver's seat for the finals right now, and then later on today we have Mississippi State Texas with Mississippi State in the driver's seat for the finals. But we had some interesting games this week. Game 8 Tuesday night between Mississippi State and Virginia. State won 6-5 after being down 4-0, getting no hit, and then bottom of the eighth they scored 6 off of two big home runs. So yeah, they came back and won it. Then Wednesday game 9 Vanderbilt Stanford. Vandy won 6-5. Vandy was very uncharacteristically sloppy. 3 errors. Were down big. Battled back. And had a walk-off wild pitch. Which is interesting. And then Texas, Virginia. Game 10. Yesterday. Texas won 6-2. There was a tie game. Most of it at 2-2. Texas took the lead in the top of the eighth. And then they had a big 2-out free RBI double in the top of the ninth to win it. 6-2. So right now we have NC State Vanderbilt, in which NC State has COVID issues going on. Right now it's in their program, losing their second baseman and an all-ACC closer, which they have a few players also missing out due to contact tracing, which they have to do things such as the backup catcher playing in left field, and one of the starting pitchers playing first base, in which he's a two-way player who has not had an at-bat all season long. So yeah, really sucks for NC State that, honestly this season has not had, many, if at all, if any, COVID issues throughout it. It just sucks that it's happening now in the World Series, but, I think all of America is pulling for NC State, besides those wearing the black and gold. So yeah. Alright, it's later, and NC State ended up losing to Vanderbilt 3-1, which kind of expected because they were playing with a bunch of players who did not play, see the field at all this year. But their starting pitcher, who hadn't had an at bat all year, went 3 for 4. So he had a night. I honestly have faith that NC State will be able to come back and beat Vanderbilt tomorrow if they can get a few of their guys back. And then Texas and Mississippi State is currently 8-5. There are some guys chucking beers out of a shoe. In the bottom of the 8th, Texas was up 5-2. And then Mississippi State tied it 5-5. And then the top of the 9th, Texas just hit a 3-1 bomb to make it 8-5. And then we had a rain delay. So I think there's like 1 out left in the top of the 9th. So Texas has, played a few more. And then Mississippi State can come back and 3 outs left to try to win it. But yeah, so we're going to have a rematch between Vandy and NC State tomorrow. And if Texas can hold on, we're going to have another rematch tomorrow. Alright, it is a brand new day. Hello everybody and welcome to Saturday, June the 26th, 2021. Bracket finals wrapped up early this morning and this evening, setting up for an all-SEC title series between Mississippi State and Vanderbilt. So, Texas beat Mississippi State last night, or early this morning, 8-5. That score held on and nothing else really happened. Then earlier this evening, Mississippi State beat Texas 4-3 in a bottom of the 9th inning walk-off, advanced to the finals with Vanderbilt. And speaking of Vanderbilt, things changed with the COVID situation with NC State, which at 2 a.m. early this morning, the NCAA declared that today's game that would have happened between NC State and Vanderbilt was ruled a no contest due to COVID with the recommendation of the Douglas County Health Department, so the people out in Omaha. And what the general consensus has been, Vandy had 2 unvaccinated players test positive, and then later testing showed that they had 4 players who played Friday, who were vaccinated, tested positive as well. So, this decision with all the contact tracing basically left NC State without a team and forced the NCAA to rule a no contest. Yeah, oddly enough, Vanderbilt earlier today was cleared to play in the World Series final, which is very fishy. This whole idea is very fishy. Apparently, it's looking like, according to sources within the team and players within the team, from what I'm seeing on Twitter, non-vaccinated players were tested during the game and they came back negative. So everything was cool. Like, okay, we might get them back tomorrow and be able to beat Vanderbilt and move on to the World Series final at where we belong. Then after the game, the vaccinated players were tested for some reason, breaking protocol, and then 4 tech came back positive, which is a no contest. So all this is really fishy. And the Douglas County Health Department actually, according to USA Today, did not recommend NC State be removed. With the spokesman Phil Rooney saying the health department did not recommend their removal, but only told the NCAA they would support whatever decision they made. But the NCAA said that, based on the recommendation of the Douglas County Health Department. All sources linked below, by the way. So, and something else that's also fishy, that William Schaffner, preventive medical disease professor at Vanderbilt, was on the NCAA committee that basically said, let's push Vandy to the final. Yeah, this feels fishy. It feels very fishy, and I smell a lawsuit incoming. And it's just a spineless move by the NCAA. So they did this at 2 in the morning. 2 in the damn morning, they called this a no contest. Just so dirty from the NCAA, as usual. They're just so inept. It's a good thing that the Supreme Court ruled unanimously against them last week. Or earlier this week, because the NCAA is just so useless, and they need to be, they've worn out their usefulness. And honestly, just you hurt for all the team had a chance to go out and go win a national title, and it just literally got ripped away from them at 2 in the morning. It's absurd. All the COVID stuff still is absurd. There's vaccines out. If you want to get vaccinated, it's your choice. There are rare instances of catching COVID after getting vaccinated, but it is, way less harmful. So honestly, like, again, at this point, it's up to your freedom and your free will. If you want to get the vaccine, go get the vaccine and you'll be fine. You should not have to worry about COVID if you are vaccinated. If you get it, it's relatively harmless. And if you don't get the vaccine, I mean, that's your damn decision that you made. So you live with the decision. It gets ridiculous that the NCAA had to do this. It gets ridiculous. Alright, it is a brand new day. Hello everybody and welcome to Sunday, June 27th, 2021. Getting more details about the whole NC State debacle, but I'm not going to talk about that. Instead, the guys, Kendall Roger over at D1 Baseball, wrote up a good timeline about all the events that took place over the week with NC State getting COVID. So I'll just link that below. Go ahead and take a look at that. Address some misconceptions, like I think I might have said like apparently Tim Corbin wanted them tested. I don't think that was the case. I think there's enough COVID cases for it to count as an outbreak. So that's why everybody got tested. It wasn't Tim Corbin, and based on what we hear, Vandy doesn't like this decision either. But I still fishy that it feels like a Vandy guy is on that committee of the COVID committee. But I gotta talk about recruiting today because first of all, like Dawn Daly got a little birdie to fly home. She tweeted out yesterday, which great to see that team is gonna go undefeated and win the Natty. Mark it down. They're mad that COVID robbed them of the 2020 title, and then the refs robbed them of the 2021 title. They're mad, so they're gonna go out for blood. Returning all the starters, the number one recruiting class, that beast of a transfer we got from Syracuse, and Camilo Cardoso. Yeah, we're going undefeated. And then Beamer's putting in a lot of work. He's had 8 commitments this week, I think 9 this month, including the freshman All-American cornerback Karen Pruney, transfer from Kansas, which we beat Tennessee in that recruiting battle, so you love to see it. Hopefully with the many victories over Tennessee in the Beamer era. And then he also got his first in-state commit in South Carolina wide receiver Kyla Corton, and many others. So yeah, you'll love to see it. And something else, Kingston got a 2-year extension the other day. It came out. 2-year extension through the 2025 season, which everyone was freaking out saying, oh, they're rewarding him for this season of losing in the regional. No, we're not. He didn't get a raise. It's just for recruiting purposes. Because you gotta be able to say, I'll be here for your whole time. And, you can't recruit on a 2-year window. So he needed their 2 years to have a 4-year window. Which is why Frank Martin got extended earlier this year after an abysmal men's basketball season. Going 6-15 and got a 2-year extension. That was literally just for recruiting. To be able to go out there and say I'm gonna be here, even though I have less faith in Frank Martin actually being here. Gonna have serious work for him to do, but not concerned about that for 100-ish more days. Kingston, I feel like he will still be here. Kingston things are trending in the upward direction, as are Beamer, and I'm just ready. As is Beamer, and I'm just ready. 69 days until the season, so yep. Love to see it.